Hey guys, Joseph Aronson here, breaking down November's real estate stats, and I got some interesting statistics to share with you guys, especially because of what's going on in this world, and we're starting to see it impact here in San Diego. Here we go. All right guys, so we all know there's some interesting things and it's very sad things going on around this world over in the Middle East, and just want to send my condolences over to anybody that's having to deal with what's going on, whether that's Israel, Palestine. You know, that place has a deep place in my heart because I was just there in January, so it's devastating to see what's happening over there. So once again, I just want to send my condolences. But this month's episode is actually going to talk a little bit about what's going on in this world and how it's impacting our market here in San Diego. So the first thing I want to do though is give everybody a breakdown of kind of where we stand with our real estate statistics here in San Diego. First and foremost, last month we only saw 1,562 homes come on the market. So once again, that's not enough inventory, but it's the first month that we've seen in a long time where we actually had less homes go pending than we actually had new inventory come on. So some people might say, oh, the tides are turning and the market's shifting. Well, not really, guys, because we really need more inventory. This is something that we've been asking for quite some time. Now, we're starting to see an uptick in inventory, but honestly, we really need to see somewhere around 2,500 to 3,000 new listings coming on the market to really make an impact and really kind of slow down our market. So right now, we're still not seeing enough inventory come on. Now, this is an interesting graph that I do want to share with everybody, and that's talking about how many new listings we have coming on to the amount of sold listings we have come on, and we're starting to see that gap start to happen between new listings and actual sales, meaning we have more new listings than sales. Now, why is this? Why are we starting to see this? And this is where I want to talk a little bit about what's going on in this world. I think there's a lot of skepticism, a lot of concern around our real estate, around the economy right now, and that's causing some buyers to kind of back off and hold off from buying. Now, if we didn't have very low inventory numbers and we had a lot of listings, then we could really see things affect our market, maybe see values start to come down. But realistically, we're not getting enough inventory. We're not getting enough inventory, frankly, for the reason being that majority of homeowners right now are sitting in a 2.5% or 3.5% mortgage or interest rate on their mortgage, and they're not willing to let that go and not willing to sell that. And if they were to sell, where would they go and what would their mortgage payment look like at the next place with a 7.5% interest rate? So those sellers typically, they're sticking it out and they're trying to stay at their property, and that's causing us to not have enough inventory. So the only thing that could really drastically impact our market is if we do continue to see the consumer demand, so buyers kind of exit the market and not make purchases, and then we do for probably 3, 4, 5 months in a row see new inventory come on the market at hopefully, well, at the pace that we're seeing right now or maybe more, then we could start talking about prices maybe adjusting. But at this point, we're still in a healthy market, just with less transactions, less sales happening. But I don't see prices necessarily coming down anytime soon. And guys, this graph right here is going to show us the average and the median sales price across the county this year. And this exactly, makes my statements true to show that we're in this kind of limbo area. We're in this flat, even market, not necessarily an appreciating or depreciating market. And I do expect to see that kind of riding consistent through the remainder of the year. Now, what's gonna be the thing that does help us, or the thing that does change that helps our values start going up? Well, ultimately that's interest rates. We need to wait until we start seeing interest rates come down, and that will fuel our market and get buyers back into the market. It will also get sellers off the fence and willing to sell their property because they can go buy another property at, say, a 5% interest rate instead of going from a 3.5% that they're currently in to a 7.5%. well, now they can sell at 3.5 and maybe upgrade into a 5% mortgage. So it's not that big of a difference. So that's what we're waiting on to really, I think will be the next catapult to really fire up our market. So the next thing I want to talk about, guys, are mortgage rates. The big question that I keep getting is, when are they going to adjust? When are they going to come back down? Well, ultimately the Fed has come out and pretty much indicated that they're not going to do any more increases. Now, we've said that before in the past, and they have, but realistically, majority of analysts out there stating that they're going to keep interest rates where they are for quite some time, probably halfway through 2024 or even beyond. So we got to expect the Fed to stay consistent going forward. Now, the bond market, that's a different story. That's what we've been struggling with over the last probably month or two, and that's what's caused interest rates to get all the way up to 8%. Now, a lot of analysts are seeing that shift, and they're expecting the bond market to do a little bit better for us and ultimately have interest rates come down, hopefully soon. My buddies in the business, they're predicting that we should start seeing interest rates take a little bit of a dip here come probably January, February. So that shouldn't hold anybody back from buying if you find the right opportunity, find the right deal. But do know that hopefully, by then we should see rates back down into that 7% range. All right, guys, so that's my update. And the last thing I'll leave you with to kind of sum everything up right now is, we're still in a relatively healthy market when it comes to values and demand and inventory. They're about even. So I think we're going to still chug along and see the market probably hold its values going into next year. The issue that we have is that consumer confidence has definitely taken a backseat or went down. That's really based on what's going on in the world, and then of course interest rates and the affordability factor. So what's going to be the biggest driving factor going forward? Well, one, getting some knowledge and understanding of what's going to happen around the world with the crisis that's happening. Also, once interest rates start coming down, that's going to be the next indicating factor that our market's going to heat up. So I hope that was helpful, guys. If you have any questions, whether that's about our market, a market around the nation, please feel free to reach out to me. I love talking about this stuff, or reach out to somebody here on the True Local team. All right, guys, take care.